Good evening. Welcome back, everybody, here to another matchup in the United States Cup 2026. This is going to be another losers bracket matchup between two teams here. It's going to be Seed 8 Colorado versus Seed 10 Oklahoma. These are two teams that are going to be duking it out. I think two teams that have performed quite exceptionally above the standards I think a lot of people have expected, but we'll see how this one goes down. For now, I'm going to be one of your casters. My name is Liliana, and joining me in the casting booth is going to be Dynamo. How are we doing?
I'm doing great. Here to watch some great OSU matches here on this USC weekend. We got Oklahoma versus Colorado. And notably, like you said, both teams doing exceptionally well this year, this USC, as this is, I believe, the furthest they've made it, or if whoever wins this match will make it the furthest that they have ever made it in USC history. So looking to make history here tonight. Just depends which state will be the one to do so. Is it Oklahoma or is it Colorado?
Yeah, I mean that sounds I think that's right. I'm trying to pull up um the spreadsheet tool that we have at our disposal. I do need to find what match ID this one is. So we're looking at I4. Oh, goodness. And we do get to go through some warm-ups here, as is per custom with this United States Cup tournament. Both teams do get a warm-up. It's a max of 4 minutes, 30 seconds, question mark?
Yep.
Or 4 minutes.
Could be 4 minutes.
One of
It
them.
decreases every year.
Yeah, don't remember. But yeah, no,
Don't
we are in the semifinals. If Colorado loses this match, then they will have tied for their placement. Actually, no. I think they would be one placement lower than their previous year's placement, which was 7th and 8th. But still would be one of their best. And if Oklahoma wins this match, it'll be their highest placement ever. So
Wow.
still a lot is online for these two teams, and yeah, it's in the losers bracket as well. But I mean, I'm looking at the matches that both these teams have had to play. For Colorado, they played against Kentucky. That was 5-2. Lost to Oregon in round of 16, which went to tiebreaker, and then they 6-1'd Maryland and 6-0'd Tennessee in the losers quarterfinals. And for Oklahoma, they've been kind of on a tear, actually. This is their first time in the losers bracket this tournament, having dropped down just last week versus Virginia, and they lost that match 4-6. Otherwise, they beat Nevada 5-4, went to tiebreaker in the round of 16, and in the first round, they beat Michigan 5-0. So I think for a lot of people, watching Oklahoma play this year has kind of been pretty insane, just given like how strong they have been versus their actual seeding, and also the fact that they are able to go like toe to toe with a team like Virginia, which has been regarded as one of the best teams in the tournament across many, many years. I think they are. I remember they were tied for the most winning or most podium finishes than out of any other state in the history of the United States Cup. So this Oklahoma team, they've got a lot to prove, but either way, this should be a fun matchup, Dynamo.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this one. We got some notable gamers on both sides as well. For the side of Oklahoma, we generally have the same core we've always seen throughout the years. We got Lights Out, Mr. Jeffrey, and Bazinga's Dead. Those are kind of your three core players that have been around for multiple years. The only addition to this year versus last year, which last year they had their highest placements at 9 to 12 overall, but the only addition is TTV UFO, and an addition that is, we have seen them pop off in not just this tournament but other tournaments as well. And so we're really looking out to see what the combo of TTV UFO and the rest of that core Oklahoma roster can do for them tonight, as Colorado has the return of Fancy Lad. Did play last year, but still a return in general.
Mhm.
And Crestiv has been popping off this tournament as well. Notably, only 72X being the new player for Colorado as well. So both these players or both these teams have plenty of USC experience. As I think this was pulled last year, this warm up, if I'm not
Uh,
mistaken.
yes. Yeah, this was I think it was a Nomad 2? It might have been
I
a
do
Nomad 1.
remember.
It was in the Nomad pool, and
Yep.
I believe it was either last year or the year prior. I cannot recall. I think it was last year. I think you're right. But yeah, no, I do want to go back to what you said about UFO. Are you following along in North American tournament this year
No,
at all?
not necessarily.
Okay, so losers finals round 1 matchup tonight just happened. It was between UFO and Taquito, and there were 3 maps that were over 100,000 score difference between the 2 players, and 6 maps that were less than 20,000 score difference.
That's wow. I gotta go back and watch that.
Yeah, that
sounds
was
crazy.
an amazing match. Unfortunately, UFO did end up losing that. It was 7-5, but it was an incredible match. And so, I really do just want to hammer in the point that this pickup for Oklahoma is like such a key reason why this team has just skyrocketed in improvement. It's not all just UFO. You know, the players on Oklahoma have improved quite significantly over the years, especially since last year. But like this is just a major driving force for Oklahoma to have such strong players on their team this year that can really just pull through when they need it. And I mean, they've made it this far, Dynamo. Like, they've got a lot more to prove here. Colorado, though, is going to be probably one of their toughest opponents, I feel like, outside of that Virginia matchup.
Yeah, for sure. And Virginia matchup it was. Even though it only went 6-4, that is quite a score to put up against the number 2 seed of the tournament. So I'd be a little spooked if I was Colorado, but Colorado had no easy feat either, getting knocked to the lower bracket to my beloved Oregon on tiebreaker of all things. So Colorado looking to make a bigger ending to this tournament than they would like. Both these teams, lower bracket, one of these teams have to go. I don't want to see any of them go. Both these teams have kind of the same core strategy with one perma lobby, probably, and then like a second near perma lobby, maybe subbing out on like some of the specialist picks. But overall, we're gonna see generally a very even match here. As
Yeah.
I think Polkip is FCing this warm up with Hidden. So Polkip is locked in, one of the specialist hidden players you'll see for the side of Colorado, subbing in on those hidden picks. Really solid hidden anchor player.
Yeah, I do agree with you 100%. I think both of these teams, for each of them, they've got like the 2 players, sometimes 3 that you'll just like see for the majority of the match. So for Colorado, that would be Crestive and I'm a Fancy Lad.
Yep.
Generally speaking, you're going to see them in for like almost every single pick. And then for Oklahoma, that's UFO and Mr. Jeffrey tend to be in for most picks. At the very least, you will probably see UFO in for like almost every single pick, if not every pick. So yeah, you do have your core members that do really kind of just come through for almost all skill sets. But this is make or break here, Dynamo. This is losers bracket. We've kind of said it many times now, but you know, one of these teams is going to have to go, and one of
Yeah.
these teams will move forward, and they still have another match, whichever team ends up winning. So either
Very
way,
true.
we've got a long match ahead of us here, potentially, as we get into picks and bans. Looks like second pick is going to be the choice for Oklahoma.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that. This pool has a lot of variety. It's a rather large pool, and really, with the way this pool is structured, the momentum you can get starting out the match can just change everything. So, like, tons of different picks. But we are gonna see Oklahoma going for the Hard Rock 2 ban. That makes sense. Against the likes of Colorado, they performed really well on last week's precision maps.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, that is a very solid ban to go into Colorado, but also it's CS 9.1. And like it doesn't matter how good your team is at precision, the map is just gonna kill scores. That's kind of just the nature of when the CS goes above like CS 7.5 is when it really just starts getting insanely uncomfortable. And 9.1 is like you may as well just be aiming at pixels at that point. So yeah, that is more likely the reason why that was the ban here. But also, yeah, Colorado does do quite well on precision. But yeah, probably just didn't want to play that. And then that DT4 ban coming through, which is unfortunate because that song is so good. I'm actually really sad that that one got banned.
For sure. Colorado respecting Oklahoma's speed players. Which I'm not entirely sure what that roster would be. Probably Jeffrey, if I imagine.
I think it's Jeffrey, kind of Lights Out UFO.
Yeah. Yeah. Just shutting down those core players, like we said, those are the 3 players we're gonna watch out for on Oklahoma. So banning something that those 3 core players on Oklahoma are in for is a very solid strategy. As we wait for, I believe, Oklahoma's next ban, they went for the Hard Rock 2. There is a CS5 free mod in the free mod 2, but and also I believe CS6 in the no mod, but it would be a war crime to ban Howling, as they will be going into that Hard Rock 3 ban. This is base shot free. This is kind of like your light tech Hard Rock. Lots of slider streams and consistency. And they want that gone.
Couple of bangers getting banned out here, Dynamo. Makes me sad. So I think that's like, what is that, 2018 mirror mapping? I remember, if I'm remembering correctly. I remember that map was so cool when it came out. And is going to be that DT2 final ban here coming through from Colorado. Not wanting to, I mean, there's so many classics here. I didn't even realize the DT2 is just like the zombie song from Shangri-La, question mark? Anybody have the ball knowledge?
I don't know, I haven't seen it.
Black Ops 1, oh no, I think it's Moon. I think it was Moon. Or not Moon, I'm sorry, Ascension, the one that you go to the moon, question mark, like it shoots a rocket. I don't know, I need to play some Call of Duty again. Went hard. But those are the bans. DT2 on the DT4, Hard Rock 3, and the Hard Rock 2 gonna be the bans.
And it will be Colorado's first pick as they go into the Hidden 1, which is more notably referred to as Hidden 2s, but it is the reading map because slots are just a myth implemented by the government to sell you more slot pools. But this is your ARA consistency kind of aim. This is super aim heavy hidden, believe it or not. Lots of aim spikes, and there's even some tricky streams in there that you really gotta watch out for. So this is like your comfort check. I can totally see why Colorado picked this. However, I am very scared because Oklahoma also has a solid roster on this one, especially TTV. But also, you can't really pick anything that TTV UFO isn't good on.
True. Yeah, I'm looking at this pool more and more, and I'm like genuinely crying and kicking my feet in the air and punching the wall because like this whole pool is so good, man. And like my team, I just want Indiana to get a win, bro. I want to make it out of round of 16. It's my dream. Whether or not we'd make it to semis, I don't know. But this pool is so good. This pool is awesome, and I do love this map. Yeah, you mentioned already CS5 AR8, which normally you would expect in a free mod slot. Actually, I think this map is pooled quite a bit in free mods. Just maybe at a slightly different SR, but it's still quite difficult. There's a lot of awkward aim to this one.
Yeah, and it is very consistent. Like the map doesn't really let up, even though there are choruses and such. Lots of kick slider jumps, which if you're a fake reading player like myself, you can get tripped up on misreading the aim on some of those kick sliders. But overall, this is a very solid first pick for Colorado. Both teams notably banning out DTs and Hard Rocks respectively. So Colorado picking into the Hiddens is going to show them, it's going to test to see if Hiddens are one of those mod options that they can pick into, and could set the stage and set the stones, set the future plans for the rest of this match.
Thank goodness our ref caught that in time. I was about to mention that the players for Oklahoma were in the Colorado slots, and the players for Colorado were in the Oklahoma slots. But we got it fixed. Thank you so much for getting that one going. I don't think we would have had more than one map with that happening, but this will be a lot better for us now, as we do get to see, guys, it's best of 11 still. So the matches, at most you can have 5 picks, and so yeah, like it's really make or break. You know, you do have to make the picks count here, and this is kind of a scary pick. I feel like, even if, you know, like Colorado is like such a strong hidden team, Polkip, Crestive, Fancy Lad, like these are like 3 very, very solid hidden players, but
yeah, wow,
it's still a scary pick to have to choose into Oklahoma, especially as a first pick, I feel like.
Yeah, I think even though it is scary, I think it's a good first pick. You want to pick stuff that like you're not so comfy on that like you could just get a super unlucky miss and throw the whole thing away. You want to kind of save those for like when you have a bit of a safety net going in. And you kind of want to, it's kind of decent to pick some of your more favored dice roll picks for your first pick, and that is what Colorado is doing here, as Mr. Jeffrey will find the first break on the side of Oklahoma, but they still have the score lead off of accuracy. The 99 from Hygio? Hygio? Hygio. There we go. English is hard. And TTV UFO with the SS. Notably, Polkip and Mr. Jeffrey trade. Crestive actually had an early miss. I didn't see that, but that is why Oklahoma has the score lead as we get into the first chorus. And Fancy Lad is one to drop, but traded by Hygio is just UFO versus Crestive's recovery. Only one FC in the lobby. Good recoveries from Polkip and Fancy Lad as Hygio and Jeffrey break, and that is going to give the combo advantage for Colorado as we exit the first chorus and get into the breakdown halfway through. It's very close right now. 4 to 5k difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's insanely close right now. That kind of a difference in like a 1v1 setting, you can see a lot more, but like in a 3v3, that difference is like quite crazy, especially over halfway. You do see a big drops from both Fancy Lad and Polkip, and Hygio and Jeffrey, Mr. Jeffrey, do trade out. So right now it's UFO on that FC versus Crestive on the recovery.
Yeah, and like if any of these players miss right now, it could be a massive shift over as the consistency starts to build 2/3 of the way through this map. Accuracy recovered quite well on Crestive as we get into this last little spike, and Crestive is the one to drop. That's gonna skyrocket the score lead.
It's traded by UFO.
It's traded. Oh my gosh, never mind. Full reset on the side of Oklahoma. Fancy Lad and Polkip notably combo through that, but we do have another drop coming in. See if any of those players hold your breaths, but not too long. As they do, and Colorado is going to start to build a comfortable safety net off the breaks of Hygio and Jeffrey right before the slow part. I can't blame them because this map is super consistent. It's that consistent AR8 hidden aim. As Crestive and Fancy do drop though, it's just Polkip with the great recovery being matched by UFO, but UFO does drop it before I could even say it, and it's just Polkip running away with this one for the side of Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the damage is really almost set in stone here. The more that Polkip continues to combo, but the ending still features quite a few uncomfortable patterns. But just look at the other side of Oklahoma. There's nobody comboing.
Yeah.
Like, your highest combo is Hygio on like 170, and even that's nowhere close enough to being able to bring the score back if Pulkit does end up dropping. So Colorado, they do good to spot that this is a strong first pick and will be getting the first point. Although, I mean, goodness, Dynamo, it was quite scarily close to going the way of Oklahoma for a lot of that map.
Yeah, and that's why we were saying it was a little scary because you got TCV UFO on the other side, and this is kind of their comfort zone, the aim gimmick low AR stuff. But overall, Colorado's general team score very solid, nearly 600k for Crestive, 500k for Polkip, closing it out in the end is gonna seal their first pick for Colorado as they lead the match 1-0. And now we wait for Oklahoma's next pick to see what angle they're gonna take this match.
Yeah, I'm really not sure. Because generally Oklahoma does do quite well on the
Well, I have
high
an
DPM
idea.
mechanics, but hey, yeah,
I have an idea.
hey,
What if it's the
yeah,
GT3?
I wasn't sure, but no, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we can't do takesy backsies here. Yeah, it's the DT3. No need to deliberate on what they possibly would want to go down, but we could still kind of talk about what they might be thinking for future picks. If this goes well for them, then we could definitely see them go into something like no mod 3 question mark free mod 1 maybe.
Yeah, like the more speedy maps.
Yeah.
Notably, Colorado did ban 2 of the DTs, so that would not be a bad strat at all. Perhaps maybe the free mod 1 as well. But overall, this is DT3, and I believe this is 252 BPM, AR 10.3. It features lots of bursts that have claimed that it's like you're either comfy or you're not comfy. You're either dropping 99 on this map or you're dropping below 95. But this map not only has lots of short bursty bursts, it's got some aim in it as well that have claimed a lot of combos in previous matches, or match I should say, as there's only been one of the map.
That's really only the one? Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, this is the second match of the weekend, guys. Welcome
it is.
To USC. We actually get matches on Friday. It's not always Sunday to Wednesday or whatever. Sunday through Tuesday. I don't think there's any Wednesday matches. Question mark? I'm actually gonna look. I'm scared.
Well.
Potential.
Anyways.
There's potential for a Tuesday night match. Should be Wednesday 3 UTC, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, notably this match, last time it was played in that first match, speaking of which, it was won with a 679 point difference. So I would be...
That's a scoreline.
We are praying for that kind of performance here, but it will be Oklahoma's numbers, Mr. Jeffrey and TTV UFO, the 3 core players for Oklahoma, versus Colorado's Crestive, John Aim, and 72X, as they find the first break of the point or the match. And we're gonna see right away the accuracies, see who's comfy on it and who's not. Crestive does find a break, 2 breaks actually, and oh my gosh, it's a full fumble down the stairs for Colorado, or fumble down the mountain, I should say, the mountainous state, as I think that was Lights Out breaking at the top left. Right before
Lights
the break,
Out
but
finds the miss.
But there's still 2 full combos on the side of Oklahoma on Mr. Jeffrey and TTV UFO. Those are your comfort anchor players, especially on these speed kind of maps. They're just running away with this one. Very comfortable 800, or not 800, that's the wrong number. 200k score difference for the side of Oklahoma, as Colorado started to build up a bit of a recovery, but 72X does drop it on those brutal aim sections, as you can see. But TTV UFO uncharacteristically does drop with a 99.5, so... But Colorado's Crestive drops shortly after. It's just John Aim with a 500 combo, and that's not being matched by Lights Out. Not to mention Mr. Jeffrey's full combo halfway through the map, and this is looking like a very solid first pick for Oklahoma.
Absolutely is. Dynamo already almost 400,000 points. There's still half the map remaining, but still Oklahoma doing solid off at the beginning of this match. There are good recoveries, though. You've mentioned it already. Never mind. What was that
Yep.
miss from John
Yep.
Aim? It's traded by
W. Chris.
UFO, but that was a player who already found a break, so it's not going to matter too much for Oklahoma losing that combo, but that combo from Mr. Jeffrey Dynamo is
Jeffrey's
actually
gone.
crucial.
Yeah, Jeffrey is actually gone in. I was going to say Lights Out had a good support, but all players breaking those big combos on Oklahoma, but there's just no big combos on the side of Colorado. And with a 500k score difference, a quarter of the map left, this might be cooked, slightly charred, or even burnt for Colorado here.
Yeah, I'd say it's what is it? It's like blackened salmon. What do you do with blackened salmon? Like, how long do you cook that? It's very, very overcooked. Let's say that here.
For sure.
But
this map looks really fun, by the way. But
it does, if I could tap.
Anyways, Oklahoma, very comfortable. We got 298s and a 99. Like, they're just super comfortable on this kind of map. It makes sense why Colorado banned those two other speed maps. They did their research, but Oklahoma, super solid first pick. As they will win this super decisively, 571k. Great performance from all three of those Oklahomian. Is that how you say that?
Oh goodness, don't ask me. I have no clue. Somebody has the ball knowledge. I'm not even gonna try to butcher it with like guessing. Oh, I feel like I don't feel comfortable saying that. Is that real?
It's a mouthful, but
no. What Tuco said in chat. Is that real? Am I being baited into saying something bad? I'm looking this up.
I'm cooked to GG. I'm fired. As an instant Fremont 4 comes out from Colorado, this is Niwashi playing with Ruby. This is your kind of rhythm, alt, aim control, like accuracy. This is a super accuracy base, especially in that free mod slot, as one player has to play hidden and one has to play hard rock, both difficult in their own respective ways.
Okay, I'm getting confirmation. Okies is real. It is accurate.
Wow.
They can also
be
called Oklahomans, but more commonly Okies is what people say.
That's cute.
I'm also reading Sooners, but that one might be a stretch. I don't actually know. Anybody from Oklahoma? Any Okies in the chat? Have you ever heard people call them Sooners? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we've got Fremont 4. That was a really fast pick here. What are you thinking on the mods? Because we do need to see at least one hidden, one hard rock.
What was the one hidden staple for Colorado? 72? No way.
Well, you've got
Polkip.
You've got Polkip.
Yep.
Who we do see in the lobby, but also, I mean, it wouldn't be too out of the question to see Cressive on the hidden either, but we'll see exactly what's going on here. I do think it's going to be hard rock on Lights Out for Oklahoma at the very least, and then maybe you put UFO on the Nomad and Mr. Jeffrey takes that hidden, but I'm not fully sure if Mr. Jeffrey does play hidden.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Jeffrey is a hidden enjoyer and based in W and awesome. But we will see as the good luck have funs come out. And these are 6 crazy players in this match right now. We got Oklahoma's TTV, UFO, Lights Out, and Mr. Jeffrey versus Colorado's Crestive, John Aim, and I'm a Fancy Lad. And it will be TTV, UFO taking the hidden this time. Lights Out with the hard rock, and Jeffrey with the Nomad, Crestive with the hidden, and John Aim with the hard rock on the side of Colorado. As this map starts a little slow, but it does not end slow, as this is an accuracy map. We'll see who has practiced, who did their homework. Colorado insta-picking this. I have high hopes for them. But time will only tell, but not a lot of time, as the map goes on.
There's a longer bit of map here to be played, but still some interesting breaks happening over on Lights Out. side here for Oklahoma is just kind of struggling on that hard rock, notably down to 89%. And John Aim finally ends up trading, but that's a miss from Mr. Jeffrey and Crescent to trade. So just like that, Dynamo, we've only got 2 FCs here between UFO and Fancy Lad. And just look at the accuracies difference for the 2 hard rock players. It's almost 4% difference in favor of Colorado. And so that's why the score is basically just staying slightly in their favor.
Yeah, and notably, this hard rock is so difficult on this map. Not only do you have to aim the little wiggles this map has and the little aim control, it's the accuracy that's going to do numbers. As John Aim, notably missing on the aim, but lights out shortly after. But Crestive breaks on that hidden, while Jeffrey has a great recovery on that Nomad from that earlier break. And it's just still TTV, UFO, and Fancy Lad anchoring for their sides as Lights Out finds some more misses. Gonna keep things at bay just a little longer. Same with Jeffrey, actually. There goes that big recovery for the side of Oklahoma. John Aim with a decent recovery now, getting into the 300 combos. But if any of these 2 FCs on the side of each team break, it could flip over in an instant, as it's only 80k difference. Keep your eyes peeled.
I mean, 80k, but also look how much map is left here, Dynamo. We
the map.
just crossed the halfway point.
Yeah, and like this accuracy is doing wonders for the side of TV UFO as well on that hidden, as Fancy Lad breaks the Nomad full combo for the side of Colorado, and it is just TTV UFO running away with this one, playing with their rubies as they're locked in. And John Aim, the only big combo on that hard rock, and as I was gonna say, it is the hard rock, and they do shortly fall right after. No, and it's just Jeffrey matching the side of Crestive, and TTV UFO is just farming the lead right now, and this is looking like a break point.
Yeah,
Great
I mean,
recovery for Lights Out as well.
We're just doing UFO things right now.
Yeah, I mean the whole side of Oklahoma is showing up right now. All of them with high combos.
Yeah, you do have recovery on Crestive, but it's being matched by either Lights Out and Mr. Jeffrey, whichever one, take your pick. And so, yeah, like this combo from UFO is kind of putting in some disgusting numbers for this Oklahoma score, and I do think it's probably already safe to call this one a break point, even if there's a quarter of the map left.
Lights Out does break. Oh, Colorado would need Oklahoma, TTV, UFO, and Jeffrey to break right now, but even with that break from John Aim, I don't know if it's that doable now. It's gonna take a lot, but I think a lot might just be too much. Colorado with the very confident quick pick, but unfortunately there's an alien on the side of Oklahoma, and TTV UFO with a near hidden FC. We'll keep your eyes peeled. They could hidden FC. Surely I will not talk about them and make them break. But Jeffrey with a great recovery too, by the way. Not to mention.
My goodness.
And yeah, wow, that is just TTV UFO things.
Like, this dude's just really good at the video game, you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wasn't on your radar, like, first of all, you're living under a rock. Second of all, he's like the biggest dot on the radar ever currently, for being a player that you should be looking out for as like next OWC USA player. Hopefully this kind of helps solidify him on that radar there. But I mean, just like still double 450k plus scores from Colorado, and it was their own pick. But
yeah,
like those are still good scores. That team score from Colorado, like you're kind of expecting the hard rock player to not have nearly as good of a time. Yeah, absolutely. But you're really just like not expecting the hard rock players to have a great time, and both the hard rock players also stepped up. But yeah, that FC from Oklahoma from TTV UFO is kind of crazy. So I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the match goes. It's just an unfortunate break point from Colorado towards Oklahoma, but we do get to see Oklahoma try to consolidate on that with the free mod 1, and we were talking about where we thought they might go next, Dynamo, and this was one of the two things that we both mentioned here as like potential solid picks for Oklahoma. They do quite well on high skill cap, speed, tapping mechanics, whatever. So this is just a no-brainer, especially considering that they've got the diversity of skill sets in order to rock a hidden and a hard rock player that can play this.
Yeah, for sure. And I have unfortunately not done my homework, so I don't know exactly what this map is, but just look at the stats. We got nearly 2.5 minutes of 240 BPM, CS4, AR9, so it's going to be pretty dense relatively. And judging with my mapping skills and listening to the song, I can see this one being a general mechanics being 7.47 stars. There's probably going to be some aim in there, and there's probably going to be a lot of bursts, if I'm not mistaken.
Should be. Yeah, that is the name of the game here. It's from 2012. So...
Oh, interesting. Wait, okay. So, so this is going to be a base map then. So we're going to see some crazy sliders. Maybe... Let me think. Maybe some slider tick 2 action? Perhaps?
We'll see what's going on here. Either way, there are bursts in this map. So, cool. At the very least.
Cool. I got something right. I'll just say every style of map, and then I'll get it right. That's how it works.
True. No, it's the throw a bunch of darts at a dartboard and see what sticks method, and something will stick. Guys, it's a map where you aim and you click circles.
Exactly. I think this map might have circles in it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But it will be the same exact rosters for both sides, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe John. Was John the?
No. This is the exact same rosters.
Okay. Cool. And yeah, there are those triples, and you can already see the density, especially on those no-mod players. There's a lot of maps, or a lot of notes, not map, a lot of notes at once on screen. As an early score lead for the side of Oklahoma, as we jump right into the map, and Fancy Lad finds a big drop off of John Ames' earlier miss, but there's still 3 full combos for the side of Oklahoma, as I cursed Jeffrey into oblivion, and now there's only 2, only matched by 1 on the side of Cresta, but John Ames, with a great recovery, is going to keep this one at bay for just a little longer at 55k.
I mean, there's of players still on quite good accuracy here, but that's the longer burst. I was gonna mention that. Yeah, a little bit of a stream there. Burst is maybe an understatement, but UFO finally gonna be dropping a combo here. It does get traded with John Aim though, so it's still 1 FC to 1, but better recovery on Mr. Jeffrey.
Yeah, and I don't want to say it, but Cresta is kind of gaming right now. But those will be two combo resets on the side of Colorado. Notably, Jeffrey, with a great recovery, is going to keep clawing that score lead in favor of Oklahoma as they continue through this map. As we get to a brutal slider and burst section. Wow, this map is actually really cool. And lights out with a great accuracy as well. Cresta finally drops the gamer act, but Jeffrey did fall to those sliders, and now combo advantage on the side of Colorado as some of these big repeats come out. Nobody falling to those except Fancy Lad in the top right. That is not what you want to see for Colorado. Fighting against Oklahoma's pick as the last quarter break comes through and the players can see what they have to do to close it out.
This map is so cool for being from 2012.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
This map's
like,
actually
2012, 2013, best year in OSU mapping. All I have to say.
Final section of the map. Those shakes from Lights Out are so hard to watch.
Yeah, Lights Out falling to the nerves, and that's no more full combos on the side of Oklahoma. Cresta's gonna gain about 200k more score in this last little sliver. If any of the breaks come out, it is Jeffrey traded by John Aim, though. It's Fancy Lad trying to hold together, and UFO trying to keep it on the side. 50k and decreasing, but I don't think there's enough map left.
It comes down to the axe here. Oh my god. It was so close, Dynamo.
It was. It really was.
Look at
That could have gone either way.
Crested, bro.
Impressive 100, 150. Holy moly. That is
I don't
some
care
accuracy.
if it's no mod. I don't care, bro. You don't just be almost SSing this map in the semifinals here for USC. Like, you just don't.
Yeah, no, that was crazy, and that's why they put him on a no mod. Get up that crazy anchor. But that was Oklahoma's pick, so they did close that one out quite nicely as Crestive for Colorado goes into the instant no mod 5, which is we got a banger here.
It's fucking Friday.
It's
you know what?
fucking Friday.
It's actually
it's
for
fucking
me.
Friday?
It's technically not fucking Friday, but for
Okay.
many of the people here, it is fucking
Wait,
Friday.
but for Oklahoma and Colorado, it's fucking
You're
Friday,
so right,
baby.
You know what? You're
It's
so right.
fucking Friday on Friday. This is the most base pick ever. This is aim. This isn't like your standard acute angle aim. This has like every aim in it. This map will tire you out more than running a marathon. This is just raw mechanics and aim. But don't forget about the burst either. For 4 minutes. 3 minutes. It feels like 4 minutes. It is 4 minutes. 7.81 stars. That is definitely buffed from the rework, because this map was like, I believe 7.4 stars before. I was actually pulling it for grand finals in a certain tournament I may be releasing this weekend or next weekend.
Spoilers.
But yeah, no, the rework definitely put it in its place, because this map feels really difficult for such a long time.
Yeah, I've seen many diffs of this maps that make its rounds throughout multiple tournaments, but I think you've hit it pretty head on there with what the map's all about. Difficult aim, difficult consistency, mechanics. Still, the fact still stands. Colorado is down a breakpoint. Oklahoma, they are up that breakpoint, and they have consolidated on it. So Colorado does need to get that breakpoint back eventually, but for right now, we need to win our own pick here. Nomad 1 on the, or Nomad 5, excuse me. Nomad 5. We are not slot-pulled here. Nomad 5 on, it's fucking Friday, man.
Yeah, and notably, we have that same core roster for Oklahoma, but Colorado, we have a full switch up. We don't have those two anchor players in Fancy Lad and Crestive. We got John Aim 72X, which I believe is their first time showing up this match, if I'm not mistaken. And Polkip.
I think so.
Polkip coming out. Polkip notably doing really well this tournament, so, but without that hidden, we'll see how they are on these Nomad Big Aim. Big Aim is calling. And will you answer, as all three players on Colorado no longer have a full combo? Just the early break from John Aim and the 3 full combos from Oklahoma. They are jamming out on Friday tonight. They are showing up and proving why they nearly took Virginia to tiebreaker, as they are putting on a great performance. Good recoveries for the side of Colorado, but Polkip unfortunately does drop. Great accuracy from 72X as well. But TTV UFO is going to be the first one to drop on Oklahoma, followed shortly by Lights Out. So maybe I guessed them a little too much, as they ran out of gas only a third of the way through this map, by the way. Still 70k difference.
Those misses are going to hurt, but they wouldn't hurt as bad if those misses came a little bit further along. Still, though, 86,000 points continuing to climb for Oklahoma. I was going to say it was in favor of Colorado, but these misses coming through from both Polkip and John Aim are going to be hurting Colorado a little bit. And I did look and see an MP. 72X was in for that DT3 earlier, so this is the second map that they are playing. But still, it is a 72X on that recovery combo, and you do need a little bit extra backing here, or else this score is going to start to get pretty out of control for Oklahoma.
Yeah, and all the recoveries on Oklahoma matching those on Colorado is just 72X trying to match the 200 combo deficit on Jeffrey, but Oklahoma is still leading the score. Notably, Lights Out did break there, but followed shortly by Polkip. as we get into this little burst heavy section in the little guitar solo. This song is so good, by the way. John Aim does break the supporting, and those are the 2 supporting combos for 72X. 72X all alone on the top of the mountain for Colorado, trying to face against Oklahoma's Hurricane coming in, and Jeffrey is going. Jeffrey is doing things. Same with UFO off that earlier break. But this is Colorado's pick. This may be another break point if we don't see Jeffrey breaking soon, as we do in the prophecy. But 72X unfortunately trips over themselves.
And 72X finding that break is it's killer, Dynamo. And unfortunately, I don't even know if it would have been enough. It would have slowly started going the way of Colorado, but UFO's on the recovery. Lights Out's on the recovery, and UFO's matching John Aim here. Nobody's matching Lights Out, so it's still going to be rough. Hold on. There's still a quarter of the map remaining, and the misses are coming through, but no, the misses also on the side of Colorado.
John Aim unfortunately does break on the aim uncharacteristically. Polkip with a good recovery, but Lights Out held on really strongly in the end. This is a great team score for the side of Oklahoma, by the way. This is seed 10. Hello.
Yeah. Hey, we don't do qualifiers here in USC. I think somebody asked in like chat for the previous match. They were like, so are these seedings based on quals? And it's like it's all a bad dream. Just go back to bed. Like, go back to sleep. Quals in USC, it's just a bad dream, man. But yeah, this team score. I mean, both of the team scores. Honestly, 1.4 million from Colorado.
Yeah,
like, it wasn't a bad pick by any means, but Oklahoma are just a little bit better, unfortunately, for Colorado here. And so now
especially
Oklahoma.
The accuracy. The accuracy
Absolutely.
72X and TTV UFO also had 6/100s. Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, you just got some gamers on both sides, and neither one of them could pop off at any point.
Yeah. Right now, though, Colorado is down 2 breakpoints, Dynamo, and it's going to be Oklahoma's next pick. If Oklahoma wins this, they're at match point. From that point onward, Colorado has to win, what is it, 2 more of Oklahoma's picks on top of 2 of their own picks. That's going to be rough. But it is possible. It is absolutely possible.
Especially with this pool and like how many different because like there isn't really too much mechanics left. There's really some like quite gambly, some of the more gimmicky maps, which Colorado did. Oh man, why do I forget what happened earlier in the map? Colorado notably did win the hidden one, which is the more gimmicky pick. So they could go into something a bit more gimmicky, like the hidden 3. Although I don't know about the hidden 3 actually, considering TTV could just solo carry that one on the AR6 hidden. But
I'm just saying Nomad 2. I'm just saying Nomad 2.
It does exist. Leaning more tech. However, but it is 4-1 Oklahoma's pick, as Oklahoma goes back to their bread and butter. The DT1.
Yeah, it's gonna be that DT1, as you mentioned here.
This is a map I've had in my OSU folder for years, from 2017, 2018, and I've just never played it. Am I missing out?
No, obviously not. If it's in a USC pool, it's got some funk to it, you know, a little bit of stank going on. They're not all the maps in USC are stanky, but you know, stank in a good way, obviously.
Hey, obviously. Yeah.
Yes. No, this is an alright map. Yeah, AR10 with the double time, also 195, but this is pretty gimmicky if I do remember correctly. This is one of the maps that I kind of glazed over in the map pool showcase, so that is going to be my fault as well for not knowing exactly how this one goes. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough spot to be in here, Colorado. Hopefully we can see things start to turn around just a little bit for them. But on this Oklahoma pick, I mean, the DT consistency on Oklahoma is quite high for their players, and so this is a maybe a bit of a scary pick for Colorado to have to play into. We do see Bazinga in for the first time. Are they actually going to play? Is going to be the question. I would say probably, considering that they've been in the lobby the whole time, but that would mean that Lights Out would not be playing here for Oklahoma, who is kind of a DT player, but or is one of their DT players, excuse me, definitely is a DT player. But yeah, it's going to be Bazingas here in place of Lights Out, and UFO, Mr. Jeffrey, of course, for Oklahoma. Colorado, you've got Crestive, John Aim, Fancy Lad. I mean, it's like your tried and true players here for Colorado. And so, yeah, not too many swap ins for this one, actually. Only new swap in over the last, what, 3 maps in a row now is Bazinga. So
Yeah.
we'll see how this one plays out for them. But still, Oklahoma, this is their pick. And so if they do want to further their score lead to get to that match point first, they will need to win this pick.
Yeah, for sure. And Bazinga is quite a solid option to sub in here, notably their 5th USC in a row. Staying loyal to Oklahoma. They've been here since nearly the start of Oklahoma's existence. And with 4 badges to their name, they should be very comfortable in this kind of setting. As all 6 players holding on quite nicely, as I jinx Bazinga way too hard, as they are the first to drop. Don't check VOD, thank you. As we see the snap aim kind of alt, this is 195 BPM. Calling 195 BPM alt is crazy, but I am also crazy because this is technically alt if you think about it, but might be 130.
Definitely a little bit of control going on with this one. You have a lot of aim control as well as a lot of these doubles that you do have to maintain on the finger control. But look at the fall apart here from Colorado. It's 2 players dropping, just Fancy Lad now to hold on to the combo versus the 2 FCs on Oklahoma in the recovery from Bazinga.
Yeah, for sure. And this is one of the more consistent DTs. 3 mids. Oh, wow, that was a pattern. Okay. Crestive only one to drop on that one, and we got 2 full combos and a great recovery for Bazinga versus just Fancy Lads. Small recovery from John Aim, but that will hold solid against Bazinga's most recent drop here as we get halfway through the map. And the map continues to build on, but also those combos build on as we get into this brutal section here. And we see Fancy Lad, the staple in carry for Colorado, the only FC left, falling to their knees. Shortly followed by Jeffrey and TPP, though. Actually, hold on a second. Hold your horses. We thought it was over off that 1FC break, but both of them gone from Oklahoma, and now it's just Bazinga versus John Aim and Crestive. This isn't quite over. You got a third of the map left to build for Colorado, but you need some more breaks on Oklahoma. Fancy Lad does find the next one, though, and that is not going to be too solid for Colorado.
Shouldn't make too big of a difference here, but yeah, it's not over until it's over. But you do have to hit this final ending part of the map, the final quarter, and unfortunately John Aim will drop the combo. And I don't know if you've noticed, Dynamo, but that score is like basically never left the side of Oklahoma, even with the misses from Mr. Jeffrey and UFO.
Yeah, just the recoveries on the side of Oklahoma, and overall, even the accuracy is just super comfy on the side of Oklahoma. Definitely a very solid pick on their part, but Colorado definitely got hands as well, because they showed that this one wasn't as close. And this ending is brutal. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How are all 3 of these players comboing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hello? What?
It's like witchcraft or something, Dynamo, at this point.
What is going on?
C10.
What is going on?
Oklahoma.
C10, ladies and gentlemen. Oklahoma. 465k to take it to match point 5-1 against Colorado. And this is looking dicey for the Mountainous State.
Yeah, it's very rough spot to be in here. when your opponent is at match point, and you do have 1 point on the board, to be fair. So it could be worse. However, they are still at match point, and this is a losers bracket matchup. Both of these teams meeting here in the semifinals losers bracket. One of these teams will be eliminated from the tournament, and the other one will move forward to play another match this weekend here in the semifinals. So it's do or die time for Colorado at this point on. If you lose any more maps, you are exiting the tournament in what is going to be one of the best placements that they have seen, but still not quite the best. And so I think, for a lot of these players, they would like to win this match and push their overall best placement in this tournament a little bit higher. But right now, I mean, you can't really worry about that if you are down 4 points, 2 of those being break points. And so this was the situation I was talking about earlier. We do get that hidden 3 pick from them. But I'll go back to this here, Dynamo. They have to win 2 of Oklahoma's picks on top of 2 of their own starting right now in order to get them to tiebreaker. And that's a hard thing to do. It doesn't matter who you are. That's a really hard thing to do. If you are down this many points.
It's crazy how it's gonna happen though. Like,
yeah, it could happen, man.
It's crazy how this is going.
I've seen the script. Script.
Yeah, like. And it starts with this hidden 3, and this is a map if I've ever seen one. It is AR6 hidden, AR5 hidden, correction, but it's also CS6. That's where I was getting the 6 from. 5 stars, lowest star rating map by nearly 2 stars, 2 whole stars, and yet it's in this pool. So that kind of tells you what kind of map this is. My eyes are on Polkip in TTV UFO as we see Hygio back in and referee for the first time for the side of Oklahoma, the resident hidden gimmick player as Crestive, Fancy, and Polkip. That is a strong roster for the side of Colorado.
I believe this is the first time that we are getting to see a referee play outside of the warm-ups.
The spinners, I don't think you don't actually have to aim the spinners. You'll just drop accuracy. You'll get 100s, yeah. But
amazing.
We do see quite a few players opting to spin. In fact, everyone. And we see early breaks from the side of referee. That's going to give an early advantage to Colorado, especially with the accuracy difference. But Crestive does shortly drop it, and we see Hygio with a very solid accuracy that will not be mentioned. And yeah, it's just referee and Crestive trading picks. But TTV UFO for the side of Oklahoma is going to be one to drop. Maybe not as comfy on that precision, being a resident easy player. But this is a very solid pick for Colorado, it looks like.
Yeah, I think the map is just uncomfortable here. But yeah, this is a great pick for Colorado. And I'm really surprised why they didn't pick this sooner. Because, oh no, we don't pick the reading hidden into Oklahoma, but also your reading hidden roster is really good for Colorado.
Oh so. Yeah, both these teams. Oh, as I die.
Oh goodness, did we lose Dynamo? Well, either way, yeah, this team score coming through from Colorado is gonna be a pretty good one here. And we'll see if they can close out those combos in the end. We did start to see a couple of the players choose to cheese the spinners there at the very end. Unfortunately, Crescent does find another break, but yeah, I mean, there's nobody really even matching any of the scores on the side of Oklahoma outside of a UFO who did match Crescent, actually, I think, getting a better score overall. We'll see on the screen here. Yeah, just about by 30,000. But that was a 2 AFC from Polkip and Fancy Lad. And yeah, I mean, that's such an insane score coming through from Colorado here. 2.7 million, just about. And so Colorado, they do keep themselves in this match for one more pick longer. However, it goes right back over to Oklahoma for their pick. And so, yeah, you cannot get comfortable after getting that point, but it is a welcome point here for Colorado.
I lived. But yeah, that was
Oh, thank goodness.
crazy.
I was worried.
Crazy double full combo on the side of Colorado. That might genuinely be one of the best team scores we see this weekend, at least until Oregon plays. But yeah, that was what Colorado needed to step their foot on the path towards the victory in this semifinals loser bracket match. Loser goes home, and home is like kind of close because it's like an online tournament, but still no longer playing in United States Cup. How would you want to miss the next Dada pools? You don't want to, as Oklahoma looks to see if they can close it out and go to sleep relatively early as midnight strikes for both of these teams. And you have to wonder, all the DTs are gone. The free mod speed is gone.
I'm still looking at that Nomad 3.
Nomad
It's,
3. Oh,
it's got a lot of aim to it, but there are some
more aim
decently
focus.
long streams at 230 BPM in that map.
And Oklahoma has won the aim picks previously, so I do think Nomad 3 would be a super solid pick as they go into Fremont 3. Actually,
goodness. How much aura do you want in this pool? Dada said yes. Put it all in the pool.
As the way you pronounce this name is
Merdvetsi, I think.
Thank you.
And that could be wrong, but I said it with confidence, so that's what we're saying.
Yeah, exactly. As we this is your Mazarin tech map. This is like this is a map. It's mech tech in free mod. It's good luck Hard Rock. I pray for whoever has to play Hard Rock on this. It's Ramsing too. Like this is a map of all time. And yeah, like eyes out for those Hard Rock players. Probably not going to see some overmods on this one.
Oh god, I don't think so. Unless it's just a what is it? Double hidden or something, just out of comfort. It's actually interesting because I'm not familiar with this particular map. However, I did end up doing custom hit sounds for a Canadian Draft Cup 2024 custom from Ryuk, where they sped it up to 1.3x, so it was a 221 BPM speed map.
So, yeah,
and that is
not going to be a speed map on this one.
No, absolutely not.
I've only seen like a few seconds of this map, but also like I'm a mapper. I kind of know how the map can go from the rest of it. This map features a lot of crazy sliders, lots of quick aim. As we jump right into it, we see Bazinga on the Hard Rock and TTV UFO on that hidden. Eyes on that hidden TTV UFO as they FC'd, playing with Ruby earlier in the match. As Fancy Lad will be taking the hidden. And Cinnamon Twist coming in for the first time, I believe, for Colorado on the Hard Rock. Quite a map to come in on of all time. As we see these aim control and these crazy sliders I was talking about earlier. Lots of breaks all across the board, but the board leans in Colorado's side, so unfortunately we see 2 full combos to 1 as Bazinga trades, and Fancy Lad drops that only full combo left, and you can kind of just see the comfortability on both these players, both these teams. And Oklahoma looking so strong. Mr. Jeffrey into TV UFO. And great recovery from Bazinga as well, as no recoveries on the side of Colorado. And this is looking like a slaughter so far.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, as far as the pick goes for Oklahoma, this is such a strong one. Finally, we get to see a break. Yeah, Jeffrey and Bazinga both going to be dropping, but still, though, I mean, just like the accuracy differences here. You've got 87% on Cinnamon Twist, who I imagine is just the Hard Rock player that was forced on the Hard Rock to let the other 2 players be comfort picks. But I mean, it's a brutal thing to watch here. As I do believe this is going to be Colorado exiting the tournament here.
It's only halfway, so if we see a tornado in Oklahoma right now at the right time of midnight, and the combos on Colorado where combos where. Now this map is just hard. I don't blame them at all. This map is so crazy. These Oklahomians.
Like,
I already
what is
forgot.
UFO
But like,
doing?
what is UFO do? Okay, there we go. Okay, we had
Like,
to curse
come
it, we had to
on,
curse it.
man.
But like, this is a crazy score. 600k difference. You almost don't even need TTV UFO. Actually, wait. My math might be wrong on that. My math is wrong on that. You almost don't need the other two players. You almost don't need the other two players. It's a little.
It's very close, though.
Math, and I failed math. Anyways, crazy team score from the side of Oklahoma, and they were saving this for last. Wow. But ultimately, Colorado, very solid performance.
I mean, I just like this feels like one of like a top score for UFO potentially on the practice sheet.
Who knows?
Because like
honestly.
you probably are not 2x missing 1k comboing in match every single time here, but unfortunately, the way that Cookie crumbles Dynamo, that is what happened here, or fortunately, depending on who you're rooting for. But unfortunately for Colorado, and we do get to say goodbye to them off of just a crazy bunch of scores throughout this match. But Colorado, we do exit the tournament. I think it's a 9th, 12th question mark. And so Oklahoma do move forward for one more match this weekend here. I think. Do we actually already know? I'm pretty sure they played the winner of the last match. So North California is going to be their opponents.
And what an opponent to go against.
Yeah.
The number 3 seed in North California, as they will be closing this match out 6-2. Thank you, Colorado, for playing. I hope to see you next year. Y'all had a great run this year. Oklahoma closing it out though, 6-2. Just crazy team. Yeah, this was a great match. The scoreline doesn't do it as much justice, but overall, that will be it for tonight, I guess.
Yep, those are the last matches today.
Tomorrow. So definitely check in with those as I stumble around my papers trying to find when the next matches are.
Don't worry, I've got it, Dynamo. Next match is coming up. We've got a 0 UTC match on Sunday, so Saturday night, between Oregon and Nevada.
Be there. Be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
No particular.
2:30 UTC Sunday is going to be between Carolina, Massachusetts. And then on the winners bracket, for the first winners bracket matchup, it's going to be 3 UTC Sunday for South California versus New York. And those are your Saturday matches. And then plenty more matches, some potentials here. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 more matches after that. And so those will all be happening Sunday night, because had Colorado won this match, their match would have been on Tuesday night, which would have been Wednesday 3 UTC. So,
wow.
Yeah, Sunday night will be the final bit of matches, and then of course those 4 matches tomorrow. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. I think we've yapped enough. Dynamo, you want to wrap us up?
Yeah, wrap us up. We will, as we don't want to keep you all here too long. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Keys, for the stream, and the ref, which name I forgot.
I believe that's Blef.
Blef. Thank you, Blef, for the ref, as always. And that will be it for this match. Thank you all for watching, and I'll have a good night, everyone. Or good morning, whatever it is.
Take care, guys.